Alright guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do like, share and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, bless up to you a lot, and more contents will be coming for you. Alright, so as you saw, I'm reporting on my Reggae Boyz abroad, in which I tried to look at some of the key players just to make you know what they are actually doing. So today, I'm going to report on yesterday's sets of playing players, all right, and how some of them definitely looked, and how good it's looking for Jamaica for the games to come, like the future games for Jamaica to come. All right, so let me start with the game that I have on the screen, which is a beautiful game. We had Oxford taking on Sheffield. You know that Sheffield really rallied last season. Sheffield Wednesday, that is, really rallied last season to stay in the championship. So this year they want to improve on that. They re-upped Bernard, which is a Jamaican, as you could see. They have Jamal Lowe, which is a Jamaican, as you could see, and definitely Oxford came through after defeating Peterborough to make it through the playoff, to make it to the championship. You saw that they have Greg Leigh right there on the money. All right, so this was one of the best games I saw yesterday, or the better game I would say for yesterday. Let me know yours if you're watching all of these games, people. So Greg Leigh and Oxford started out very fast, all right, very fast, and as you could see right there, Greg Leigh actually got the goal. I'm trying to pull up all his numbers to give it to you, especially for the first half. All right, yes, and I love this game. And this tells me that Sheffield Wednesday will actually do very good things this year, and maybe a Jamaican star will actually get a big credit throughout this season. So anyways, Greg Leigh finished with a 7.6 on the day. He had a goal, as you could see, in the first half, and he was also instrumental throughout all their build-up and also defensive coverage as well. So good things. Big ups to Greg Leigh, because at the back end in the qualifiers, which is the championship qualifiers, he was not the favorable left back. So the fact that he's playing multiple roles, not just a left back, also a left winger or a left midfield, and he's getting starts, that is very good. 3 clearances, 1 block shot, 2 interception added to the goal right there. His touches on the day was much better, which is 73 touches and completed 31 of 44, which is 70%. Out wide players are not as what we say accurate, because they have to bomb forward and whipping crosses, and sometimes it don't work. More long balls are included than short passes. All right, 1 key pass on the day. Tried 3 cross, never hit none of the 3. As what I've just said, long passes 2 of 5, so that is 8 actual contribution that he only completed 2 out of it. So that's why you can get the 70% on the passes, as to what I've said. On the duels, he was much better on the duels. 3 of 4 ground duel and 4 of 7 right there. Last position 21 times, which I just talked about, 8 of them, and that he completed 2 out of. So it's very tough for you to stay on the accuracy side of passing. Committed 0 fouls and was fouled twice, and shots 1, which is what he scored off, and 2 of 2 dribbles attempted. What I love about him, I think he would do good, much better in a compact system, and you're using him as a left winger for Jamaica. I actually think a left midfielder for Jamaica. I actually think he will offer a lot, because he's defensively solid and his level of stamina. I think nobody on Jamaica's team is more fitter than this player. I think you have some players, when you see them, they are just ridiculously fit, and he's one of those players. All right, 7.6 on a day when his team lost big. So let me jump up to the others, because I am on a quest to find replacements for the forward areas for Jamaica. Jamal Lowe, I think Jamal Lowe is turning the corner. His stamina looks much better. His touches looks a little bit cleaner, and obviously you know that he was a finisher from day one. He was always in the bracket of better finishers for Jamaica. Better finishers for Jamaica. Obviously he doesn't get the time to play for Jamaica as to what people would have claimed to say. Yeah, and for people that doesn't know, would have thought that he got more game time. No, he doesn't get the amount of time to prove himself for Jamaica, but he's a very good finisher. I would say. Played 59 minutes on the day, got a goal, and had 2 shots on target. Completed 2 of his 2 dribbles, and had 26 touches overall. Completed 14 of 16, which is 88. And you know that I like my strikers always over 50%. Long ball 2 of 2, which is very good. Ground ball 2 of 5 ground, and 1 of 2 aerials. Okay, all right, but I want it to be more in underground as well. Possession lost 5 times, committed 2 fouls, and once offside. All right, so it's your typical Jamal Lowe game, being fleet-footed, trying to get in behind players, trying to link up plays, and also finishing. And that is something that I think Jamaica will be needing with the absence of Mikel Antonio. So I would have him in my listing right there. So Jamal Lowe 7.6 as well. And then our next boy, which I think is having a serious season and might end up in the best 11 of the season for the championship, which is Deshaun Bernard. Deshaun Bernard, all of his games, Deshaun Bernard is always over 7, aside from maybe 2 games. The Watford game where they collected 6, and also the game that he got a red card in. But every other game, he is their talismanic defender. All right, and this guy is coming from Manchester United. If you guys have tracked his progress. Yes, so he's always doing very well. 90 minutes played, 6 clearance, 2 block shot, 4 interception, 1 tackle. So on the contribution of defensive, he has actually latched on 13, which is very good. 67 touches and completion of 90% passing, which is 47 of 52. It's easier for centre backs to complete a higher level of passing because they are afforded more short passes. Defensive midfielders 6 and 8s come for the ball, even sometimes 10s come for the ball, and your wing backs them are there, your keeper is behind you, so it's easier. So long balls 2 of 2, so yeah, as you could see, 2 long balls out of that, and he completed all 2. All right, and you know that the rest would have been short passes. And the ground duels 1 of 1, and aerial duel 3 of 6, and possession lost only 6 times. So another decent clean game from Deshaun Bernard right there. So 3 of the Jamaican players stand out in 1 game, which is impressive right there, people. Let me roll through the rest of the games to give it to you. Luton lost 2-0. Luton is definitely not doing well, people. They are not doing well at all. I thought that when they dropped down from the Premier League, they would have kept their levels up, but definitely I am not impressed with them. You have Omari Bell for Luton, and he's having troubling times with injuries. So let's see how he could get himself straightened out, and I think he will be a pivotal part for Jamaica, because if not, we have to rely heavily on Leigh to try and complete things, which I think you need more backup. So I hope Omari Bell could get that side too. But Luton never fared off well. Ipswich with Hutchinson not playing for Jamaica currently, but he is still on the possible side, could play for Jamaica. All right, he had a next seriously good game yesterday. Aside from a big miss, I thought that he was one of their best players, and not surprisingly, he had a 7.1, one of the highest rating player at the start right here. So a next good performance from Hutchinson right there in the Premier League, and that is very good for him. All right, Leicester got blanked 4-0. Not good from Newcastle right there. Lee Cover got some minutes, came on in the 82nd minute right there to try and get him team back into it, but they were not going to come back into it. It's just Newcastle when they're powerful. That's just Newcastle. Can't do much about it right there. Aston Villa, Leigh Bailey still out with injury. All right, I think he needs that time to really recoup and get himself together. All right, yes. So let me scroll down back into the championship. As you know that we still have more players, which is KC Palmer. KC Palmer had not the best game yesterday for all last 2-1 right there. 6.4 on his rating, only played 59 minutes, completed 20 touches and completed 12 of 16 passes, which is 75%. Never really had a key pass or a big chance created in the game, and you know that he thrives off that. But he's back up in his attacking midfielder area, so let's see how it works out for him right there. All right. And then now let we look a little bit more in the deeper dive, which I think these are some players that we really liked. All right. Yes. So for Charlton picked up a point. All right. And Anderson is still in the team. In the real team, you don't see any Kaim Dixon as yet. It's still taking a little challenge because you do have other players that are above him at the same age, which is LeBron. It's a young kid that came through. Is very good. And he is the one that's getting picked ahead of him in the main team. But it's a next point for Charlton, and let's see how they can turn things out. The big one today for Jamaica in League One is this player, which is John Russell. John Russell have been a revelation over the last 2 months now. 2 months consecutive. All right, this is his best spell coming out of Chelsea's academy. Best spell. All right, another 7+ game, 80 minutes played, 28 touches completed, 14 of 22. He's playing a little hybrid system that he drops deep and then go forward. So he's showcasing that he can play a 10, a 6, and also a 8. The versatility of this player was always there. Alright, silky smooth player, big unit, but his touches are very good. His vision is very good. One of the best passes over the last 2 years for Jamaica was made by him against Mexico as well. So he has those talents. 4 key pass, 1 big chance created in that time. Tried a cross and a long pass, never completed it. Ground duels 1 of 5 and 1 of 2 area. Last possession 10 times, committed a foul and had 2 clearance and 1 tackle with 2 dribble pass in it. So not his extremely best game out of all the 2 months, but it was still a impactful, solid game for him. All right, and that is for Barnsley. They picked up another win right there. So Barnsley is definitely pushing themselves up there. They are right outside the the playoffs. Which is in 7th spot, which is 30 points. It's early days, and Reading just above them on 31. So 1 more win for them, and other results don't go their way. They're in the playoffs spot. So good runs for Jamaica right there. All right, good runs for Jamaica right there. And then now we have a few more individuals that I wanted to add on it. Cephas continues to play the forward role, and I've always said that I think that is best position, at least for now, until he can work on the other fundamentals that will improve his stature as a winger. And I thought that he had a next good solid game. Never scored, but remember, for me, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at how you link the game, how much chances created based off you on the team, how much you close down to make it easier for your defense and your midfield to get back on the link-up plays to press up the field. Those are the things that I look at when it comes on to football. All right, and I thought that he did a much better job today than the last one. He had the goal in the last one, and he had a 7. So imagine when you don't have the goal, you don't have the assist, but you have a 7 this time. Tells you that you have done more. Played 90 minutes, which is very good. All right, 2 shots on target. Dribbles, tried 5 dribbles, completed 2 of it. 1 big chance missed in the game, so that drops down his numbers significant. So he could have gotten even higher without scoring a goal. That's how integral he was towards the team itself. Touches, 25 touches, completed 8 of 11, which is 73%, which I said once you're over 50 as a striker, I am always good with that. 3 key passes in the game. Tried a crossfield at 1 of 1 long ball, and 2 big chances created, which is very good. Ground duels 2 of 7, and aerial duel he lost both. So out of 9 duels he completed 2 and lost possession 12 times. But you could see that he has to work on those things. I said that the striking pool, the striking department is better for him, so he can become a better winger if he chose to do so. All right, yes. So I think he's working in that area. The back to wall, you can see that he struggles from that. He's trying to get in behind because he's struggling from the back to wall. But those are things you have to work on. And I think he doesn't really affect the team or impact the team on the negative side so much playing as a striker. And as a winger, I think he impacts the team negative if he can't create every single time, because someone will always come back through that left hand channel to damage your team. And he doesn't trap back well, and he doesn't position well. All right, based on my analysis, you could see it a complete different way, but I can bring the stats and the actual image to show you if you want that. So I think what he does as a striker, I like it. Daniel Johnson in the similar league as him, and Daniel Johnson keeps on proving us that age is just a number, which is not old. All right, I don't know why people keep on saying he's old yet again. So Daniel Johnson, as you guys saw, he plays for Cara Gomrock. All right, he plays for Cara Gomrock. As you saw, and we said that he's playing good, and it's another game, 2-2 draw against Balospor, and he has a goal in this one. But aside from the goal, I thought that he had a very, very good game. 7.7 rating, 72 minutes played, scored, had 65 touches. He's playing deeper as a 8 pretty much. All right, completed 40 of 49 passes, which is 82%. Key passes 3, tried 4 crosses, completed 3 of the 4 crosses. Incredible. Long passes, 3 of 4 as well, and 1 shot he scored at 1. Ground duels 1 of 4, and aerial 1 of 1. Possession loss 16, a little bit high for deeper, but he's pushing forward. So some of those balls, you could see where you lost it on. All right, fouls 1 committed and was fouled once, and on the defensive side he had 1 interception. Thought that is beautiful. And then we are going to finish it off on Shamar Nicholson. Shamar Nicholson should have a game today, so that's Spartak Moscow. Look out for it, guys. But Shamar Nicholson's position is definitely tougher because you have Ugalde. Ugalde is playing like a man possessed by his great grandparents. All right, it's not looking good for Shamar right there because Ugalde is scored like 15,000 goals in 2 games. All right, so every game he's scoring in, and every game he's getting 8. All right, and some games he's scoring in 6. He's having 6 goals contribution, which is almost mental. All right, as you saw there, he came off of Lokomotiv Moscow. He scored 5 goals contribution in that. Then he followed up with 2 more goals. Then he scored the next one. So in the last 3 games played for Ugalde, he has 7 goals and 1 assist. So it's very tough for Shamar. So the more he performs is the less game Shamar gets, and they want to play wide channels. So they want to use Shamar as a striker. That's what they bought him as. And Ugalde is the leading striker now. So let's see if Shamar could get some game. And I'm watching that to see. All right, because you have other young strikers that's getting games. All right, so based on how I would look at it, I would say Daniel Johnson up there as one of the better performers this week. Deshaun Bernard, I would say take the nod this week. We had Jamal Lowe on the numbers, and I would say I would put Omari Hutchinson in it as well. I know that he's not playing, but he still has the capability to play for Jamaica, and we would put Malik Madasil in the conversation today. Alright, so let me know what say you. Cephas is in my conversation. So drop your top 5. I think I'm going to leave it at 2 videos today. Alright, yes. So this is the last one. But tomorrow I will, not tomorrow, Tuesday. Tuesday I will give you a next video, guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Alright, yeah man, a massive love, and hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Bye-bye.